Okay, so after this bridge goes over the Brandywine Creek. And this, obviously this bridge wasn't here. And on the other side of this one-lane bridge is where the British stopped for lunch. But why is this bridge here? Why is this ford? A ford is where you can cross because it's shallow. So right down there, even though it's been raining the last few days, and it's swollen, there's a lot more water than there normally is. Washington didn't protect this ford, and right where this barn is, this is where the British stopped for lunch. And this was September 11th, 1777. So isn't that cool? So let's go the way we just came. We'll do a U-turn right here. So the whole army, before they're going to fight, they packed their lunch in their haversack. They stopped and ate. Now this is the way they're going. No one-lane bridge, no bridge at all. We're gonna follow that black car. This was the original road. Very dangerous pulling out of there. Okay, and then up this road where we just came down, and Washington doesn't really know they're coming, does he? And so Johann Ewald, he was a Hessian officer, said if the American riflemen, and the riflemen were from Virginia and Pennsylvania frontiers, maybe Maryland too, if they were held up in these woods, they could have stopped Cornwallis and Howe, and there would have never been what was going to happen. And the battle is what I'm going to show you. So they march all the way up the top of this hill, right here, where this turns. This would have stopped them. There's a rock right in the middle of the road. Or this turn. Okay? You with me?
Yes, sir.
You put your cell phone away?
Right here, but I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay, fine. I wasn't playing it in the first place. We're
Okay.
there.
Okay. So. British Army, British Army, British Army. Huh?
Going down.
Bus stop. Somewhere around here was a Quaker meeting house, I think. Now we're at Strode's Mill. Remember that mill they were taking down? They're not taking it down. No. They just took down the oldest part. So this all was here. They got their feet wet right here. There's a little creek. And then at the top of this hill, they go from line into column into line. Okay, so right here on this ridge right here, Alex,
Yeah.
this is where they went from column into line.
Gotcha.
And that area to the left right there, so this is where the Hessians and the British Grenadiers and up that street is where Hal looked at the Americans across the fields and said to Cornwallis, the damn rebels form well. Now they would have been marching towards the American Continentals down the hill, and the Americans just barely got there. So they're forming up as the British are marching towards them. And you remember Anthony Wayne, right?
Yeah.
We were at the Battle of Paoli, and we saw where they camped at Valley Forge, right?
Yes.
They weren't at this part of the battle. They were at Chad's Ford on what's Route 1. And once the British go over in Chad's Ford hear the fighting over here, then they start trying to cross Chad's Ford, and they have to attack towards Anthony Wayne and the Pennsylvanians and the Pennsylvania militia. So there's that really old farm. See that barn?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So we're sort of where we are right here. This is like the left flank of the British Army. You know what the flank is? The flank is the end. Now, you don't eat steak, but flank is the side of the beef, the side of the cattle. So everything down that road was the middle, and the right flank was the end. Probably about, I don't know, 3/4 mile long. So up here is where the Americans were, waiting for the attack. This is Birmingham Meeting House. You see that stone fence? Stone wall. Some of the Americans were over there. That's a big monument for the battle. You want to get out and look at it? And on the other side of that stone wall is the Quaker Meeting House. You're good? I'm gonna put this on YouTube, okay?
What?
I'm taking a video. Okay.
Yeah.
So remember that mill we just went past?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Something great.
Strode. See that grave right there?
Yeah.
Strode. It's probably the same family. So not everybody buried here is Quaker, right? There's the meeting house. This is where the American line was. Remember back there where I said Hal told Cornwallis the damn rebels form well?
Yeah.
Well, this is where he was looking. And this is not 18th century, but you see this building right here?
Yes.
What shape is that, do you think?
That's a hexagon.
Yeah.
Octagon.
Yes, it's a hexagon.
What's that?
That's a Quaker schoolhouse
It's an octagon.
from the 19th century. Octagonal schoolhouse, yeah.
It's an octagon.
Octagonal, yeah, octagonal schoolhouse. You're right. I'm wrong. You're right. You see that thing right there? What's that?
It's a pump.
What comes out of it? Good. Okay. Not here during the battle. Probably the well might have been. The well was probably here. Okay, so let's walk out here. You gotta get out of the car. I'm gonna show you something really neat. Uh-oh, the door's not locked. Someone might steal your phone.
What?
The door's not locked. Someone might steal your phone. All right, quickly, what's this?
That's a pedestal.
It's a pedestal?
And when someone stands there and they give orders.
No. What is it?
It's stairs.
Stairs for what? Why would
Horse.
Why would I walk up the stairs?
Get on the horse.
What am I gonna get into?
A cavalry horse thingy.
I'm gonna get into the carriage, right? And why am I coming here? What is this building?
I don't even know.
It's a meeting house, right? Quakers. Okay, I gotta show you. Come on. So this is a hospital after the battle. See, Birmingham Friends Meeting House. It's for the Battle of Brandywine. Are you with them? Okay. This was a hospital after the battle. But for most of the 18th century, it was where people went to church because they were friends. They didn't call themselves Quakers, right? So look over here. This is the common grave for the soldiers who didn't make it. There should be a German flag here too. In memory of those who fell in the Battle of Brandywine, September 11th, 1777. Back of this, in a common grave over there, lay those who fell in the vicinity marked by the Brandywine Valley Farmers Club, 1920. So over here to the wall. Can you imagine birds coming right at you?
I remember this thing.
Would you stand the ground? What the what? Did you just say a bad word?
No, I said.
Would you stand your ground if you saw the birds coming up the hill right in front of you? Or would you run? Would you run that way?
Looks like a great place to put your rifle.
Yeah, but they didn't have rifles. They were muskets.
Muskets are.
You don't really aim them. Yeah, they do kind of. So all these monuments, well, those monuments over there are for the battle. See those three?
Yes.
Those three are for the battle. Okay, now walk over here. down this direction were the rest of the Continental soldiers.
Yes.
Can you see that? That building probably wasn't there. And they're probably scared, weren't they? I don't know if this wall would have been here. But this was Sterling, Stephen, and Green. And Marquis de Lafayette came behind us. And did they stay or did they fight? Did they stay and fight or did they retreat?
I'm kind of pressured because of
This is your microphone. Did they stay or did they fight? Did they stay and fight or did they retreat?
I don't know.
Okay, they retreated. Because who won the battle? Who did I tell you won the battle?
Oh, the British.
Okay, so if they would have stayed and fought, they might have won, but they didn't, did they?
No.
So they
Man, retreated.
and they lost.
Yeah, lost.